Alright. What are you doing here on my world? Well, first off, you don't have to be mean or angry. But if you need to know, I'm Rainbow Brite. This is Twink. This is Starlight. And I'm bringing cast and brightness and light to your world. Well, who says, Rainbow Brite, that my world needs cast and light and brightness? Well, I believe it's God who says that the world needs to have cast and brightness and light. So that would be the who. Oh, and I guess you're going to tell me, I guess you're going to scathe me for not being fully good, but not being fully evil. Well, no. Why would I? First off, you're right. We're not all good and we're not all evil. We're like half good and half evil. It's true. We're still sinners. We still sin. We still say and do things that are sins that we either know they are or we don't know they are. But you see, God and Jesus forgive us for those many sins and misdeeds, the ones that we know we did and the ones that we know we didn't do. But I gave you my name. Well, could I at least know your name if that's going to be a bind? My name is Black Adam. And yeah, we're all sinners. If you ever saw them, you read any of my funny books? You seen any of my plays or Farsi show? I don't think I had one. You seen my film? Yeah, I seen your film where you were sold into bonnet as a fool when you were younger. Then years later, you somehow were entrusted with this might, and you came to Earth to, I guess, get even with the one who wronged you, and I guess also to keep the Earth well. But then I gotta say, Black Adam, you, as far as things not being fully black or not being gray, or far as not being fully black or gray, and then yes, you did do a lot of good things. I will give you that. But at the end, when you came back to your world, when you were done with whatever goal it was, and then they sent Superman or Overman to talk with you about, how it wasn't such a good thing for you to be coming and going to worlds if you were going, talk about some of your life chooses or whatever. Or told you maybe you should just be in your own land if you were so angry about everyone or everything, or whatever the goals was. No, Overman was sent to my world to tell me I had to keep in my world because the rest of all the other worlds in the Starways were frightened of me and didn't like me due to how I handled my business. And yes, you were right. And your answer was you wanted to have a fight with him. Oh, that's sad. Twink says, life is hard. No man or woman has ever had a good life, No one's life was smooth. But to be down on everything and everyone is kind of sad. Yes, being sold into frualism is sad and wrong and sinful. That should never have happened, and sadly it still is a thing in some slights of the world, sadly. I had something bad happen to me once. I had lost all my caste due to Merkwell Dismal throwing me in the hells. But you don't see me taking it out on the rest of the world. That's right, Starlight says. You need to, that's right, you need to think of all the good in your life, Black Adam. You can't do anything about your past, that's true. But you can only handle your now. And as far as the upcoming goes, you have no sway over how that's going to shift out. I don't know where you both think you get off telling me that, because you don't know all the things I've been through. No, I don't. You don't know all the things I've been through. I don't know all the things you've been through. That is true. But no need to get angry at Twink and Starlight because they were telling you, about how life isn't fair, how it's not fair for anyone. You don't have a run-in, don't really have a lot of sway over what does and does not happen in your life. But the only sway you have is how you handle it, how you deal with it. Now I'm going to put cast and brightness and light in your world. And if you want to be a wretch, well, that's your business. All right? But I think that you would do more good in life if you smiled every once in a while. If you looked up at that rainbow that I'm about to make. I don't think any rainbow's going to make me happy, Rainbow Brite. All the things I've been through my whole life, I don't think anything's ever going to make me happy. Here you go. Wham! Wow, would you look at that rainbow, huh? I mean, see all the casts of the rainbow and things like that. Need be the rainbow will make me happy. Need be there are some things in this life that I can be happy about. And Black Adam, I ask God and Jesus to help you show you that there are good things in life. That yes, life is not fair for no one. And yes, things happen to us when we're growing up. And sometimes even when we're grown up, things still happen to us. But I hope that God and Jesus help you overcome whatever hatred or anger that you might be having to the world. And to know there's a lot more good in the world than evil. And that you can do that good. That you can also be good and do good. And then you will be seen as good. And by doing good, you will then you'll see yourself as good, and you'll see good in others. I only hope that God and Jesus can help you with all of that, Black Adam. Well, I hope so too, Rainbow Brite. Look, I'm sorry, Rainbow Brite, for getting angry at you. Sorry, Twink. Sorry, Starlight. You're right. Sorry for all of that. Bring cast and lightness and brightness into my world, because my world does need it. We forgive you, Black Adam, and we will bring cast and light and brightness into your world.